Hello, am I audible? Okay. Is my screen visible? Drivers of e-commerce. Okay. Now is it visible? Okay. So today we are going to study about drivers of e-commerce and e-commerce mechanism. Okay. Now is the diagram properly visible, or I shall open it in a book. Right. So today what we are going to discuss is e-commerce drivers. Okay, now when we say e-commerce drivers, the meaning of drivers is that what are the reasons for the growth of e-business or e-commerce industry. Okay, what is driving, or what are the reasons behind the development of huge development technological advancement in the field of e-commerce. Okay, so there are various reasons. You can see here there are various drivers for the growth of e-commerce. One sec. Yes. So, what are the drivers of e commerce? Benefits to customers, benefits to organizations and vendors, then benefits to society. Then, fourth is technological developments. Then, sixth is capabilities of e commerce. Then, next, expansion to service industries and global reach. Then, the next driver, help by governments, emergence of social, business, and economy, competition, business environment, and the last is innovative business models. So, all these we call it as drivers or the reasons behind the huge growth in e commerce market. Okay, now if you look at all these drivers, these are very much self explanatory. Okay, but still I will give you details about all these drivers. Okay, so basically the first is benefits to consumers. Okay, now benefits to consumers, benefits to society, and technological developments. Okay, so let me just share with you the screen. Yes. Okay, so this is the content that shows what are the benefits of e-commerce for the organization, then the benefits of e-commerce for the customers, and then the benefits of e-commerce for the society. Okay, so I shall just read out because I don't think there is, we have talked much about it, and I don't think there is much explanation required about the benefits. Okay, if you don't understand any point, then you can ask me that particular point specifically. Otherwise, I will just read out the benefits. Okay, the first is global reach. Okay, that is quickly locating the customers, suppliers at any point of time worldwide. Okay, the next benefit to the organization. Okay, first, all these are what the benefits to the organizations for e-commerce. Then, cost reduction, the lower cost of information processing, storage, and distribution, because the majority media is online, so storage is not often priority. Okay, it is not required. Then facilitate problem solving, it solves the complex problems that have remained unsolved over a period of time. The next benefit is supply chain improvements, reduce delays, inventories, and cost. Okay, because of the online collaboration, the supply chain holders like wholesalers, retailers, vendors, customers, they can interact with each other in real time with no delays in it, and can be managed properly. Then business always open. Since it is online, yes, it is open 24 by 7 by 365 days, and no overtime and other costs are there in this type of business. Then customization, or we call it as an personalization, is possible in e-commerce. So a customer can place an order as per his her choice. Okay, uh, can suggest the changes to the organization and order the material or product online. The next benefit is ability to innovate and use new business models. So the organizations are innovating, and they are able to, we learned across different e-business models. So all these e-business models can be very much implemented for while conducting the e-business online. Then lower communication costs. The internet is cheaper. Yes, 1.5 GB data is now, it is available. The internet is as good as it is free. Okay, so internet is free, and it can be used on your private lines. You can work from home. So VAN stands for value added network. So on your individual home network, you can use the internet and carry out the trade. The next is efficient procurement. So procurement can be done online. Procurement is purchase. Okay, procurement is nothing but purchase of material, maybe raw material, finished goods, or maybe it is final product. So it saves times and it reduces the cost by enabling the e-procurement. Most of the trade is performed online, and 20% or so trade is conducted offline. Okay, physically. So there is a efficiency that has been brought into the business, e-business. Then improved customer service and relationship. So direct interaction with customer online. Okay, not physically face to face, but through online, the user and the organization, the customer and the organization, they interact. Okay, through their online web portal or through email, and the better customer service can be provided. So better CRM, that means better customer relationship management. Okay, then help small SME. SME stands for small and medium enterprises. Okay, so e-commerce basically helps SMEs to compete. Okay, they are competing with each other. So there is a healthy competition. Okay, there is a healthy competition that resulted through the emergence of e-commerce. Then lower inventories, lower cost of distributing digitizable products. That means, see, I told you about, pure e-commerce organizations where, like ebooks, music, movies, okay, softwares, antivirus softwares. So all these, what we can say, the products, okay, these are digitized. So and once the product is digitized, okay, it can be transferred, it can be traded online easily, and delivery time is very less. Okay, and cost involved in distribution is also less. You don't require any person to go physically and deliver the product when the product is digitized. Okay, online services, see, licenses, pan cards, okay, your caste certificate, nationality certificate, though you are getting the copy physically, you can also get it in DigiLocker. Okay, there is something called as a DigiLocker. Are you aware of DigiLocker service of the government? Can anybody tell me what is? Yes, what is DigiLocker? Yes, correct, correct. Very good. See, whenever we are visiting any government office, है ना? For example, if you are going to passport office, or if you are going to any caste certificate, caste validity certificate, okay, you require lot many documents. Okay, all these documents you can save in the DigiLocker. Okay, so DigiLocker is the locker kind of, it is a virtual locker where you can keep all the soft copies of your documents, and it can be referred by the government. Okay, so all government departments are also, they also verify your documents online, and they are linked to your Aadhaar card. Okay, so all the documents you don't have to physically carry it to each and every government office, but you can save it in the DigiLocker system. So like that, if such an facility is there, there is a less cost of distribution of these digitized products. Okay, and it provides the competitive advantage for the small businesses, right? So these are what, these are the benefits to the organization of, for e-commerce. Okay, e-commerce benefits. Then this is one of the major driver. Okay, benefits to the business. Okay, the next is benefits to the customers, like individual customers. So how it is benefiting to the consumers? Okay, the first is inventory. So suppose if you want to buy something, if you want to shop clothes for you, and if you visit Amazon, Flipkart, or any Mintra.com website, so you can see hell lot of inventory is there, huge inventory is there. Okay, different sizes, different colors, different patterns, and different brands. Okay, that you can choose, you can select, you can sort, you can filter, and you can compare the prices, right? So there is a online inventory is there. Okay, so there is a online inventory, and you can use the catalogs. E-catalogs are there, which you can use for finding out the information about what is the guarantee, warranty, how much material is available in stock, what is the rate, and so on and so forth. So inventory, yes, online inventory is available. Then we talk about something that is called as ubiquity. Okay, ubiquity. So what is ubiquity? It is the fact of appearing anywhere. That means the information is available anywhere, anytime, and you can book the order from any place. So that we call it as an ubiquity. Then the next is self configuration. That means you can configure, you can customize the product. For example, if you wanted to buy a laptop, you can select what configuration you want. What is the processor? What is the hard disk capacity? What is the RAM, ROM requirement? How much? What should be the display size? Whether it is 17 inch, 15 inch, and so on, right? So like that, you can select the configuration, and then you can place an order with the vendor online. Then you can also find the discount offers. Okay, you can use the comparison charts, though there is no what we can say, face to face bargaining that happens like an individual. If you go to if you visit the shop physically, then you have a scope for bargaining. But here, instead of bargaining, you can compare. Yes, you can compare the products of different organizations, and then that way you can have the bargaining capability, right? Then real time delivery. So you can download the digitalized product. Suppose software or any antivirus or any ebook is there, so you can download the products online, right? No sales tax is required sometimes. Okay, nowadays you need to pay the taxes also. Now this is an old PDF, so that time there was no GST, right? But now you have to pay the taxes. Then it enables the telecommuting, like you can work or study at home any place and perform the trade. Then it also facilitates social interaction. Yes, it is very important feature. It is a benefit to consumers. It is making an individual more socialized through social media network. Okay, then one can find unique items which of his or her choice. Using the online auctions, one can find different varieties, and he or she can select a product of his her own choice. So unique items you can find out and you can use. And then it is more comfortable shopping. Yes, you just sit at one place on one chair, you browse different websites, you compare the prices, you don't have to move inch from your place. Okay, so that is a comfortability in shopping. So these are what the benefits to the consumers. Then we talk about benefits to the society at large. Okay, so when we are talking about society, there are different types of people, different age groups, housewives, kids, old age senior citizens, different social organizations are there who are working for society. So how it is beneficial to all the society, right? So first is it is enabling telecommuting. That means it facilitates the work at home, no traffic, no pollution, right? No diseases which resulting due to pollution, and you can easily work from home. Then more public services like e-government services we just spoke about. Yes, so all public services are provided at your doorstep by the government. Okay, so these are what e-government services. Then facilitating the security, we are using CCTV cameras, networks which can keep a track of on all these networks on traffic. Nowadays what is happening is that even if we break the signal, you are charged with the fine. Why? Because there are these CCTV network which is installed across the cities. Okay, and there is an application where you can see whether you are fined or not. Okay, so last year I paid 1000 rupees, 800 rupees fine for breaking the signal. So you can also check, there is a website where you can see whether you are charged for any penalty or not. So because that is what, because there is a system where these CCTV cameras installed and they are centrally uh, you know connected to a server, right, which is situated in a traffic police department. So there is a security which is facilitated, increase in the standard of living. Yes, the people, what they can do, the people, they always wanted to pay less, and they always wanted to bargain. They always wanted to have a excellent product at a very less cost. Yes, that is what is the Indian mentality. We cannot do anything about it. But so that this is what, this is where the customers can looking for the price range. Whenever you are shopping online, you have you have some calculation in your mind, and you may think that yes, I want to buy a shirt or t-shirt for not more than 500, that is my budget. So you browse accordingly, and in that you try to see, you apply the filter of cost, you apply the filter of brand, and then you select the best for you, right? So you can buy more and cheaper goods and services online because you have this facility of searching as per your choice, right? So that is increase standard of living, and then close the digital divide. Yes, this is the most important. It is, one of the limitation of e-commerce. In first lecture we saw that it is a digital divide, but with this invention of smartphones and this online banking and various mobile apps that we are using, this has resulted into closing or reducing the digital divide that is there in rural areas and urban areas, literate and illiterate people. So it allows people in rural areas also and developing countries to use more services and purchase what they really like, right? So these are all the benefits for organization, consumer, and society. And this benefits, this is one of the drivers, one of not one of three drivers are there. See, benefits to consumers, benefits to society, and benefits to organization. These three drivers are there that we just discussed. Okay, then we have a technological developments. Yes, now we have also spoken more about the technological developments. We have talked about smart gadgets. Yes, mobile apps are there, digital delivery of products is there. So technological developments are there, clouds. Yes, cloud computing is there. Everything we can save online on the clouds. Gmail is on the cloud, your Facebook account is on the cloud. All these trades that you carry out on different websites, everything is stored on the clouds, and at any moment of time you can make use of these services. Okay, there are data centers. you know do you know the fact, all these government organization, these banks, all these big organization, they have their data centers. Okay, why? Because they have millions and millions of customer, lakhs and lakhs of customers who avail the services of government, who avail the services of shares, share trading, insurance, banks. Okay, each and every individual, he or she compulsorily have bank account. Okay, either one bank or at least minimum two banks, so one individual has an account, right? So everything is linked together. Everything is, all these apps are there, and that is what we say there is a mobile a revolution. Okay, because of this smartphone revolution, and there is a technological development in the field of IT, and this is facilitating the e-commerce growth. Okay, then next we have is the capabilities of e-commerce. Okay, now what are the capabilities of e-commerce? See, I have just listed few capabilities of the e-commerce. Can you see the slide? Hello. Yes, yes, yes. So there are certain capabilities of e-commerce, right? So again, I will just read out because we have talked much about it. Cloud services are there, real-time support from the organization, e-commerce companies are there, quick order and cancellation facility is there, bundle pricing. Okay, bundle pricing is what? Suppose a wholesaler is there. So if the wholesaler, you know procures material in a lot, in a bundle, then he gets a quantity discount. That wholesaler gets a quantity discount. So that is nothing but a concept, we call it as an bundle pricing. Okay, then stock availability status is visible to the customer, invoicing, online procurement, payment is possible, and personalized services. Okay, so these are what we say the capabilities of e-commerce, right? Then next we have is innovate business models. Okay, innovative business models. Nowadays in lockdown, many of the businesses, they started their own online business. Government also, they launched Arogya Setu app, है ना, in this COVID situation. So that Downloading that app was made compulsory. Why? Because it was detecting the number of corona patients in your vicinity, in your neighborhood, and that was alarm for all individuals how you should be isolated and follow the norms of social distancing. So this is something innovative, locational based service, l-commerce. Yes, locational based service, because it was tracking your location and showing you online real time basis the patients in your area. So this is something innovative business model that the government has launched. Okay. Then competition, business environment. Yes, when we talking about competition, there are e-markets, है ना? E-markets are there. So in e-markets there are all these vendors, suppliers, traders, all these stakeholders of the business. We call it as stakeholders of the business. They are there, and there is a healthy competition, and online business environment is there. We Yesterday we talked about what an IT infrastructure is required. There are n number of things you need when you wanted to start a business. So there is a online business environment which also boost the organizations for and give the better cushion to the business organization for competing with other organizations. Okay. Then there is a emergence of social business and digital economy. Okay, we talked about a digital economy. And then there are help by the governments, expansion to service industries, and global reach. Right. See, uh, emergence of social business is, online. Many organizations, there are various social groups. When we're talking about WhatsApp or Facebook, there are social groups. So these social groups, they undertake various awareness campaigns, है ना? During the COVID area, various social organizations were there, individuals were there, who were, through the WhatsApp, they formed different groups for distribution of food, distribution of medicines, providing um, personalized vegetable delivery services to the society. Okay. So all during this period of last year, during the covid period, yes, all these groups were very active, and they were providing all different types of services through WhatsApp group. So mobile number were given, and you have to give order online, and that food will be, or the vegetable will be delivered to your society. So that was the scenario. So this was what? This was a social business, emergence of social business. Even there was a flood in when there was a flood in Pune and Kolhapur. Yes, many social groups were active online, and they helped these flood victims, right? So this is how it is boosting the e-commerce industry, right? Social, I am telling about social point of view. Yes. So got it? These are what? The major drivers of e-commerce growth. This question may come for 10 marks. So you have to draw the diagram. Okay. Drawing diagram is very important in this subject. Okay. For every this thing, even the concept you can show by drawing the diagram. Any doubt in this? E-commerce drivers? Hello? Okay. No problem. No. Right. So now the next topic is nothing but e-markets, e-commerce mechanism. Okay. So I'll just show you e-commerce mechanism. Okay. Now in e-commerce mechanism, what we are going to study e-commerce mechanism is that what are e-commerce activities, and what is the mechanism of e-commerce, what is the online purchasing process, what is e-marketplace, and the functions of e-marketplace, and what are the components of e-marketplace, what is a web store, web portal, how web portal actually works, and the concept of e-catalog. Okay. So whatever in the half an hour. Whatever we will try to cover is e-commerce activities, mechanism, and online purchase process. Okay. So I think that diagram, is it properly visible to you, or otherwise I will show you from the book. Are you able to read the diagram, the components in the diagram?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Okay, just wait. Yes. Yes. Can you see the diagram properly now? Hello? Okay,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now, what is e-commerce mechanism is that there are various activities, okay, we carry out as a part of e-commerce. Okay, various activities may be searching, trading, comparing, analyzing, learning, collaborating, communicating with each other, analyzing the performance, delivery, browsing, searching, learning. So everything, there are so many activities that we do with the help of mobile phone or internet. Okay, so e-commerce activities are listed in one side. Okay, which will show you, different e-commerce activities. Now these e-commerce activities are basically divided into six categories. Okay, and each activity is supported by one or more e-commerce mechanisms. Okay, one or more e-commerce mechanisms such as, electronic market, e-markets are there, shopping carts, e-catalog, support services such as payment and order fulfillment. है ना? So when we are talking about e-commerce activities, what are different methods? E-commerce mechanism, EC mechanism. Yes, EC mechanism, it shows that what type of different methods are there for executing your e-commerce trade or carrying out e-commerce activity. What mechanism, what tools you use, okay, for carrying out e-commerce activities, that we call it as an e-commerce mechanism. Okay, so this is also very easy. Yes, you can easily understand this. See, the first block is presence, discovery, find information, compare and analyze. Okay, so what an individual do is, first he has an online presence, he discover many things online, he find the information, search for knowledge, he compare and he analyze the information. Now for carrying out this particular e-commerce activity, yes, what is the mechanism used? Okay, so you can see three arrows, right? The first arrow, it goes to electronic market. Okay, electronic market. So there are e-markets, right? Then second is store fronts are there, malls, web portals are there, online web portals are there, which are used by individual for comparing, finding out information, analyzing and so on. And third is E-catalogs, search engines, shopping carts, directories, maps are used for carrying out these e-commerce activities. Okay, so on one side, when we are talking about e-commerce mechanism, these are nothing but different tools. Okay, in short, different online tools that we use. Okay, then another side, next block, we have trading, buy, sell and exchange. So what is this? This is nothing but e-commerce activities. We trade online. That means, trade means we buy something or we sell something, or we exchange with each other. The information is exchanged with each other. So this is an activity, right? Now, for carrying out this activity, which mechanism do you use? You use electronic e-markets. For, yes, buying and selling goods, you do this in e-markets, right? Online markets are there. That means shopping websites. Then e-catalog, search engine, shopping carts are there that you use. And then you also use web 2.0 tools, social network and services. See, one arrow goes from trading, sales, exchange to web 2.0 tools, social network and different services that are used for exchanging the information. Okay, the next block is communicate, collaborate and learn. So communicate, collaborate and learn, again, you know, that way, each block is related with every other block. you know for communicating, collaborating, you can do it using the search engine. You need to have search engine. You need to have, you communicate with organization. Yes, there are certain directories. You browse various directories online. You find out the contacts. There are yellow pages that you use. Okay, so yellow pages is an online directory that you use for communicating, collaborating and so on, right? Then web 2.0 tools you use. And then the last block is, you make use of all the virtual worlds, because virtual world, it has cloud services. Your Gmail, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitter, everything you have, every individual has online or virtual world as well. Okay, so there you keep all your favorites, your interest, what you like, what you dislike, everything is visible on the internet. Okay, you share personal information, okay, on the social media, which is again very risky. But yes, people share, uh, they greet each other on the birthdays, so they are sharing the birthdays. They also sharing the birthdays of kids, house, husband, wife, family members, so they are sharing the birth dates of each and every person online. So it is like giving hints to the hacker, because they can leak the passwords, which many a times, user keep the password as birth dates, like that. So that is a different, altogether a different part. Coming back to the topic, okay, the next block is entertainment, right? So in entertainment, again, it is related to e-catalogs. Yes, you can see the movies online, you can book the ticket online, right? Then improving the performance. So an individual, yes, can see how he or she is performing. Suppose if we are talking about a professional network, LinkedIn, so one can rate, as a teacher, suppose you can go to my profile and you can give the rating. So when you give the rating, how I am good at, suppose, listening skills, how I am good at speaking, how I am good at explaining the things, how I am good at giving the examples, like that. So on the LinkedIn profile, if you go and visit, and or if you are using a profile, you can see that you can rate the performance of an individual. So it is through the social media. So you can see there is a linkage between improve performance and social media. So this is about individual. It is also applicable to organizations. Organizations, on receiving the feedback from the customer, can do the necessary changes on their web portal, how the services can be delivered in a proper or effective way. So some extra tab, some extra help menus would be displayed to the customers. Okay, if you want to see the information in Hindi, there is a translator page, English or Marathi. That way you can use the services, right? And then another is some other activities like recruiting, providing customer service. So all these business related activities also that you can do, right? So that is what e-commerce activities, and the mechanism that used is payment, order processing online, giving online support to the customer. Okay, so this is how this diagram shows the e-commerce activities and what is the e-commerce mechanism to perform those activities. Okay, so it is also easy to understand. If you come across a question on explain the e-commerce mechanism, right? So you have to draw this diagram. On one side you have to draw the activities, on other side e-commerce mechanism, right? And how they are interrelated with each other, right? See, list major e-commerce activities, review questions, list major e-commerce activities and list major e-commerce mechanisms, right? So that way you can come across a question in your exam, right? Now one more point I will take, online purchase process, and then we will stop for today, right? Now this is what is the very easy topic. You have to tell me what is the online purchase process. Yes, what is the online purchase process? You can tell me. If you have, you must be ordering some food online, you must be ordering some, shopping online. So tell me, what do you do when you purchase some product online? What are the steps? Tell me one by one. Unmute yourself. Yes. Hello, mic testing. Are you all there? Samadhan Hingde, unmute yourself. Hello, Samadhan Hingde. Zai Renuse, unmute yourself. Yeah, tell me, have you ordered something online? Yeah, so how do you do it? What you have ordered online? Okay. So tell me which website? From which website? Okay. So how do you do it? Okay. Yes. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. But what is the first step that you need to do? See, first you have to create your account, right? Yes, because you have to create your account. See, on this website, can you see the Amazon website? Okay. So on the first, see, you can browse many things online. You can select, you can compare. But when you wanted to give the actual order, okay, first you have to create your account, okay, and in your account, once your account is created, that account you can use it for various in future also you can use that particular account, right? And it will have all the information, your past transactions that you have carried out, your, and it will also keep on saving your future transactions, right? You can, yes. So first thing is you have to create an account, okay? So once you create an account, what you can do is you can keep your orders, what you like, your recommendations, okay? You can subscribe to one particular category. Say suppose if you are interested into some electrical appliances or computers, and if you subscribe to that particular computers category, you will keep on receiving the updates for the website, okay? So that is nowadays. Now there is a big Amazon sale where you can have, the quantity discount and very, yes, very attractive prices, and in all the different categories, okay, you can see various categories are there, okay, for women, for furnishing categories, household categories, essential categories, branded electronic goods, daily essentials, and all this, okay? So like that you can have various categories, and all these, or these online shops, okay, they every day they share new deals, okay? There are online strategies that we call it as an online marketing strategies, where you come across the daily deals, okay? Daily deals are there, and these are very attractive, which you can, attract the customer, and you get a really good response to it, right? Yes. So when we are talking about, online purchasing process, see, this is the process that we follow, okay? This is the process that we follow. The first is pre-shopping activities. Before you actually shop, what do you do? Before you actually shop, there are some things that you need, you perform, like browsing different websites, different uh, different websites which offer similar type of products, okay? Then once you select or make up your mind to purchase, the product of certain brand, then you look for the prices, you compare, okay? You see whether the size is available or not, okay? If you are talking about particular clothing type of category, so there are certain pre-shopping activities, like opening an account on the website, right? So these are pre-shopping activities that you carry out. And also nowadays each shopping website, they have their separate uh, mobile app, है ना? Like Amazon, they have the separate mobile app which you can download and you can use it for your purchases, okay? So mobile apps are also there which you may download as a pre-shopping activity. Now once you do all these activities, the next is you enter the e-shop. That is, you visit the website, you register, okay, you sign on the privacy and security statement by clicking yes, I agree, right? Then you find the e-catalog and you prepare my account. Then you search for e-catalog, right? You search for e-catalog. Yes. Now, when you are searching for e-catalog, then you make up your mind. So there is a decision whether to buy or not. If you decide not to buy, then again you abandon. That means you you discard that search and again you start with fresh atom searching. Okay, in case of no. If you say yes, then what do? You add that particular atom to the shopping cart. Okay, then you check out and then there are certain payment options, so you have to execute the payment, and there are also shipment options. What are the payment option? Whether it is a COD, whether it is online payment, so on and so forth. So payment options are available. The next is, then you view your online order and payment status, and then finally you submit. Once it is submit, you can keep a track of your order, where the shipment has reached, whether it is in Pune, in how many days you will arrive, when the person is supposed to come today, whether he is going to come today or tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like that you get all information on your mobile, right? And suppose if you decide not to purchase, or maybe, sometimes what happens, you keep on adding many items, है ना? We keep on adding, yes, I like this, I like this, so keep on adding, and in your shopping cart. But after adding, items into the shopping cart, you realize that the budget has increased, and then you decide to wait and watch. Okay, so you don't actually buy the product, but you end up in logging off, and maybe you compare, then you again try to search more discount option, you try to see the more comparison, and what is the discount that is available. So that process again keeps on running, so it is a iterative loop, है ना? Once we are not satisfied with the price and all, we keep on searching, searching, searching and all, right? So that cycles again repeats itself. So this is also a time consuming activity, but that is there, it is a part of human behavior, right? So uh, so that is what is the online process of purchasing, right? Now once you place the order, there is a post shopping activities. Okay, what are the post shopping activities? First is that the buyer is satisfied or not. Once the product is bought from the vendor, once it is once the customer is satisfied, he will accept the product and everything will be good, right? But if the buyer is not satisfied with the service or the product, then he will see to it that he will return the goods. Okay, so if no, then return, right? So atom shipped, wait for atom, atom delivered, buyer is satisfied, yes or no, right? So these are what? These are the post shopping activities, and the big chart that shows the online shopping or online buying process in e-markets. Yes. So this is again very much self explanatory. You can draw that particular diagram. Okay, so online purchasing process, how it is. So you may come across now, I think your exam will be MCQ only, MCQ based. So they may give you, uh, you know, sequence of operations in online shopping. Okay, sequence of operation, whether it is correct. So find e-catalog, creating a account, comparing the prices, shopping cart, and then execution of the payment and delivery of the order. Or they may shuffle the sequence. So you can identify what is the correct sequence of online process. So like that, the MCQs may come in the exam. Yes, understood? Yes, hello students. Any doubt in today's lecture? Okay, okay, okay. So that's it with today's lecture then. If no doubts are there, then the today's lecture is over. Okay, so you can leave the meeting, right? Thank you.